Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee Chat with Lindsay and Neely.
Hey, y'all. How's it going?
You can probably hear it in my voice, but I am currently in the process of dying. Um, you know, cold.
She's just cold-blooded and cold-hearted, and she's dying from it.
All of it. All of it. Yeah, it was weird. I just went straight to congestion. Usually it starts with a sore throat. Totally skipped over the sore throat. And that made me think it was like something else. Like, what all of a sudden am I, because I don't get allergies or anything. That's not one of my things. And so it's very
Sure.
strange. But I think it's just cold. It's just cold. And my face is not functioning the way it should.
You must have gotten sick going trick-or-treating with the kids. Your
Of
body said,
course I did.
I'm not naturally allowed to be outside because I'm not human. Therefore, I have to be on the inside, and yet you have to trick-or-treat on the outside. So
Yeah.
that's a problem.
Trick-or-treating will kill you.
It will. And it's
Yeah.
not the sugar's fault.
Yeah. Being outdoors.
Outside is killing us.
We will
This is all
try.
a joke. Just a side note. All a joke.
We will all try to function and make it through. The nice warm coffee is helping and is wonderful. Chris Bear gets the gold star for being first. There we go. All right. I didn't say I have coffee with cream.
I have coffee with nothing, but I did put it in a insulated cup today because I had to make this ahead of time before going and collecting a child, and
Yes.
it's fine. It's fine.
Yes, but we are here. We made it.
Oh my goodness.
Good morning to Patty. Good morning to Sherry, or afternoon, depending on where you're at, of course. Cynthia is here. Nicole is here. Dustin is here. Yoda is here. I don't know. Have I seen your name in the chat before?
I've never seen Yoda that I recall.
Welcome. Crystal is here. Blaze is here. We got everybody here today. Sing It is here. Racine is here. I hope I'm saying that right. Suzanne is here. Rickwin, hello. Kimberly, hello. Had it almost had a cold for almost 3 weeks. I hope that that's not the case. I hope it is something else. Let's see. It's not that bad. It really isn't that bad of a cold. It's very mild. And like I said, I skipped over the sore throat side of it. It's just, my face decided not to work correctly. That's it. So I actually don't feel too terrible. It's nothing, it's not the end of the world. It's just annoying, It's like, come on.
But
we have better.
Did you die? Use that phrase. We're technically like just after the Gen Xers, so we were kind of raised Gen X-ish.
Yes.
And I feel like the hose water and did you die commentary was
very,
very real.
Yes. It's making me stronger. As long as it doesn't
kill you makes you stronger. We may not ever sing happy birthday to people, but Lindsay will combust into spontaneous song.
Yes. Mary is here. Happy Wednesday. Dinette is here from Michigan. Let's see. Rickwin. Yeah, we're not talking about anything but what spontaneously came into existence this morning, which is everything. Yeah, I imagine we all need a break from anything else. So that's all we'll say about that.
I'm on board.
Haley is here. Home for the live chat today. Yeah, Crystal says, I remember yesterday, but won't talk about it. It's like Bruno.
Solid.
Let's see. Kimberly is here. Okay.
Neely also breaks out in spontaneous song.
Apparently I do. Okay. So a couple things that I wanted to mention.
Sounds businessy. Should we take notes?
Yeah, this is businessy. No, I mean, I'm sure all of you already know this, but
oh yeah,
But the keto chow fall flavors, the only one I'm missing here is the pecan sticky bun. I didn't have a little packet of it.
I didn't think to bring all mine out, but I've got it in the
Yeah,
pantry.
I
That's right.
I got this one in the my chow box, but then and this one. But then the
Yeah.
other ones I had left, I hoard, the last couple of every flavor that's going away. So I had a couple,
I get
except
it.
for pecan sticky bun. I have a partial big bag still, like just a little bit left, but I didn't want to bring a whole partial big bag. Anyways, they are available now. They were late due to some, manufacturing weirdness, and which is sad. We, didn't get to have them through all of October, but we can make up for it now.
Hey, listen. We can put to rest the Halloween stuff. And
Yeah.
from now until Thanksgiving, it is Christmas. And then we pause and reflect on Thanksgiving. And
Yes.
then we go back to celebrating Christmas. And eggnog is one of the best Christmas flavors.
Yes, and it's like pumpkin spice caramel. It's it's very Halloween-y, but it is also very Thanksgiving-y.
Very thankful
I
for the
feel like
pumpkin
there's
spice.
there's no big, like things that are Halloween-y that are not also that are not also Thanksgiving-y. So we're all good. Everyone, just get your fix now. And I saw that there were big bags, I think of almost all of them, if not all of them. I was like, wow, a maple waffle big bag. Some people be
That
really
is
happy about
exciting.
that. Yeah.
People have been shouting that, at least, like, I don't know if it's a large volume of people have been shouting that for a long time, or if it's like some very squeaky wheels have been just begging for that for a while, but Keto Chow has delivered.
Yes. Yes. So anyways, if go, place your big order on that. And if you don't spend all of your money on that, Equip is also having a big like pre-Black Friday sale.
Okay.
So they are doing 20% off their whole store. If you make a subscription, you get 35% off your first subscription purchase.
Wow.
So that's a pretty amazing deal. Someone just
For
pointed
sure.
out on Instagram that that's a bigger discount than us affiliates get. They give us a 30% discount to use for our own, purchase, but 35% off that's bigger than the affiliate discount. So I brought some fun show and tell because
those were the show and tell.
well, I brought more. I have more. This is all a show. This is a whole show and tell episode, apparently. So Rebecca Heichman. What?
Welcome to kindergarten. It's show and tell day.
Yeah. Rebecca Heichman does some really good recipes with the Equip protein, and she does a brownie recipe. She's been doing it for a while, and it's been on my list to try, and I have not tried it until this very morning. And so I brought some to show you.
Could you tell me her name again?
Rebecca Heichman, and she has, I should put her channel.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
If I can find it. I should have done this beforehand. Okay. She's Tailored Keto Health on Instagram and here on YouTube. And she has an amazing like healing journey. She had some really severe she had some really severe health issues that she really got under control using carnivore, but then she has been one that has, since healing through carnivore, started adding things back to her diet and now eats a lot more varied of a diet. So really good story of being able to use a really restrictive diet to heal, but then also getting back, like she even eats einkorn sourdough and stuff now. So
that's suspicious.
So if you she's a great person to follow. So anyways, I made the brownies this morning.
Those look delightful.
Yeah, the only ingredients are eggs, Equip protein powder, a little bit of baking soda, and sweetener. I added some extra allulose, but you could add whatever. And I did put some chocolate chips on top.
For
So it's
pretty.
like it would probably qualify for like PSMF friendly without the chocolate chips. You know, if anyone does PSMF anymore, I don't think anyone does. But they are like the most amazing. They're kind of a little bit cakey.
Cakey.
Because they don't have a ton of fat in them. They're very protein heavy.
Sure.
So they're not like a really starchy fatty brownie that has tons of butter in it. They're like fluffy. It's weird.
Okay.
They're they're really good. This is what I
Oh,
had
good
for breakfast.
looking. Very
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
I
So
have to
that's a simple thing that you can make with the Equip Prime Protein, and I mean, it's almost carnivore friendly because it's just eggs, baking soda, and the Prime Protein. You could get away with just that.
Yeah. I'm assuming that because Prime or the Equip protein is beef isolate, right? I'm
Mhm, mhm.
assuming then that Keto Chow Core would be an alternative that would likely work, even if you haven't
Probably.
tried it yet. Okay.
Yeah. Keto Chow has the acacia fiber in there,
Oh, that's
and
true. That's
so
true.
you might, have to play with the amounts, a
Sure.
little bit. I have one more show and tell. So on my last Keto Chow unboxing video from just a couple days ago, I did Steve's cottage
But
cheese pudding. And when you make it with keto chow, it's like cheesecake. I showed that in the video. It's like really thick cheesecake texture. I've
right.
also been playing with the same recipe using the Equip, and it's a little bit thinner. So this is why I'm talking about it, because when you use a keto chow, you're going to get a different texture and things than
Right.
with the Equip or with a whey protein or anything like that. But I made the keto chow, or not keto chow, Equip Prime Protein pudding with the cottage cheese, and it's thinner. Um, I did make a batch that was like just cottage cheese and prime protein. It tasted so good. It was such a simple recipe. It was just the two ingredients. It was super good. And it was a little bit thicker than this, and it was delicious. And this morning I was bringing this up here, and Levi saw me. He's like, "What is that?" I said, "Oh, it's cottage cheese chocolate pudding." And he's like, "Oh, I need to have some of that." So he got a bowl of it and he ate it, and he got another bowl of it before I brought it
You're
up
like,
here.
son, I
There was
need a
more.
little bit.
There was more in here before. Anyways, super simple recipes. I love those super simple recipes that are like primarily protein and
Yeah.
still really tasty.
Mhm.
Like I was talking about the keto chow protein pudding recipe. You could just make that as a meal replacement. Like it's a dessert, but it's also like has everything you need in it for a
Yeah.
meal. And
Yeah.
those kind of recipes make me very happy. So, anyways, these recipes, solid options. And if you want to try the Equip, the sale is going on until tomorrow. It's just a 3-day sale, started yesterday, goes till tomorrow. It's kind of a Black Friday preview sale.
Mm.
So I'll put the info here in the chat for everyone if you want to check that out. As long as you didn't already spend all of your money on keto chow fall flavors.
Solid. I have to say, I'm feeling a little good about myself because before you put Rebecca Heischman's like channel in there, I kind of made my stab at spelling her name, and I actually spelled it right. So I'm
Nice.
feeling a little good about myself. So Black Friday is coming up, and I'm sure that everybody has been inundated with all of the Black Friday early previews with all of the different big box stores. So that's challenging.
Yeah.
Has anybody else felt like that's just been a lot?
Yeah.
I have.
I'm amazed that I didn't see a lot of Black Friday stuff until November. I was expecting it like halfway through October. It just
Yeah.
started popping up. But thankfully, at least they waited till November.
Right. This in seasons past, like years past, Christmas to me has always been like, yeah, it's a great season. It's fun. It's whatever, but you can't start Christmas until December 1st because Christmas is in December and that's all we do.
Yes.
And I've kind of made fun of, I've got one friend who starts experiencing and celebrating Christmas in like July
Yeah.
and like she'll pause for Halloween, she'll pause for Thanksgiving, but it's like Christmas all the time at their house. And I'm like, you're touched in the head. Okay. Like that's originally how I felt, but I've been going through this one book with some friends and I'm like, you know what? I think I found it. I think I found my Christmas spirit. And I think I am like becoming one of those people.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I'm not celebrating Christmas all year long or 6 months out of the year or whatever. But like now that Halloween has passed and we're looking forward to winter, and I love winter. It's my favorite season anyway. Like, is it okay for me to start like decorating for winter, even though I do not decorate for spring? I do not decorate for summer, and I do not decorate for fall. I don't like put out a lot of decor at all, actually, until Christmas time. And I'm like, am I becoming one of those people? Like, I'm unwilling to spend tons of money on things when it comes to this stuff, but also like I have stuff. What if I just started embracing the season now, and with the flavors of the eggnog being back available for Keto Chow, I feel like it might be okay. I feel like it might be allowed.
So I resisted very strongly playing any Christmas music until November 1st. As soon as it was November, and like the kids were wanting to listen to it, I was like, no, 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 no. And then November 1st, and now it's like the only thing we've been listening to. Because we have several Christmas albums that we really, really genuinely like. Like we don't listen to the classic stuff. There's some good albums out there. And so
like the Backstreet Boys Christmas.
Yeah, how did you know? No, there's an album. It's by someone named Tommy Prophet. And he produces it and plays the piano on it. He doesn't sing, as far as I know, but it is the most incredible Christmas album I have ever experienced. He does theatrical music, like he has done movies or done music for movies and shows, and so he takes that and he makes these songs like they're out of a movie. It's you have to experience it.
It's a cinematic auditory experience.
Yes. How cool. Yeah. So anyways, if anyone needs to get into the holiday spirit, that is definitely one. Yeah. And his name is Tommee, Tommy, and then Profit, I believe. And yeah. And the album is called The Birth of a King, I think. But you got to listen to the live one. I mean, it just, the performances on it, just mind blowing. How incredible.
Well, that's on the list.
Yeah. Got it. So, and that was one we listened to, like I discovered it last Christmas. And so we listened to it for so long. And I, at one point I was like, I have to stop listening to it. And I have to not listen to it for the whole year until it's Christmas time again. And so I've been waiting for November 1st so I could start listening to it again.
That is awesome.
Anyways, yeah.
That is awesome. I decided that as a homeschool unit, we are going to be listening to various movements within Handel's Messiah, just because it's classic. Yeah. And then also Mariah Carey. She will be at the top. I'm just kidding.
Handel, Mariah Carey. Yeah.
I jest. I mean, like, she's got, a fun Christmas song that everybody, bops their head to. But also... Trans-Siberian Orchestra is also pretty awesome at Christmas time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Gotta love that.
Anyways, Patty made it. Patty's here.
Hi,
Patty. Risa ordered the eggnog and the pecan sticky bun. Can't wait to get them. Excellent. Crystal has a question. I have not tried the eggnog keto chow yet. It sounds delicious. Does it have its own true flavor, or is it more like vanilla cream? What do you think on that one, Lindsay?
I personally believe that it tastes very much so like eggnog, just straight up eggnog. I also love to add nutmeg to it. And I think, you know what, now I'm going to have to try to add nutmeg to vanilla cream and see what because the flavor is different
Okay.
on my palate. Very different.
Yeah. And one thing to note is the eggnog, keto chow eggnog has egg in it. It actually has egg powder in it. And yeah, that was one
Which
that
is a no for Levi.
we had to make sure we checked on that for Levi. Now, the
Yeah.
lemon meringue does not have egg in it. You might think it would, but it does not. But the eggnog does. So it does have more than just, the vanilla.
Flavors.
It has actual egg, and
Actual
I'm
egg.
sure it has the nutmeg in there too. But then a little extra nutmeg, I'm sure, makes all the difference.
I love nutmeg. There's some flavors that you're just like, you don't use them often, but when you use them, you feel like your taste buds sing. Nutmeg is one of those for me.
Okay.
Do you have
Yeah.
any of those flavors that really just kind of like, oh, they feel so right, but you use them rarely?
Oh, do I use them rarely? No, I said chocolate.
Oh, yeah, that's not a rare scenario for me.
Yeah. Depending on the application, something like cardamom is one.
Sure.
I mean, it is not for everything, but nutmeg is the same. It's not for everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, cardamom for sure. I'm trying to think if there's any other.
In the chat, y'all answer that question too. Y'all answer it too. But what were you gonna say?
Pink peppercorns.
You have mentioned those before,
They're
and
so
how
good.
delightful they are. I've got to order some pink peppercorns.
Yeah, and I don't use them often because I just don't ever think to. I get into my ruts, and but
Sure.
they're so good. Like it's so different than a black peppercorn. It's just
Yeah.
like a completely different thing. Just crazy.
I also find that horseradish root, like that,
Yeah.
that I can prepare myself. 100%, 100% favorite flavor that I use very rarely.
Yeah. Yes, I love horseradish too, and it's like, why don't I use this more?
Yeah, it's
We
so
gotta get.
good. Ooh, Mary says Chinese 5-spice for
Oh
her.
yeah. I don't even remember the last time I used that.
I've got a little pouch of it in my pantry that I have not yet unsealed, so I should probably open that up and give it a
licorice and stuff in it, doesn't it? Or something's licoricey. I don't even know what the 5 spices are. I just
don't know. They're on
like
my head.
what 5 spices like. I don't remember, but they're just so unique.
Yeah.
Low carb spin is here. Good morning. Kelly is here. Let's see. Ooh, Suzanne says, love the keto chow eggnog as a creamy too. Yeah, because
Delightful.
ice cream, often has egg in it. So having that, I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna have to try it.
The eggnog creamy sounds delightful, along with maybe like a squirt of whipped cream or dollop of whipped cream, and then sprinkle all of the nutmeg on top. 100%
Yes.
sounds like a plan. Let's do that.
Okay. I don't know
Togarishi?
what
Togarishi? Is that the right way to pronounce that? Togarishi?
I don't even know what that is. So we need a lesson on that.
We would love some clarity on that one, some context.
Yeah, because it sounds good. It sounds, Asian. And that, I mean, there's so many interesting flavors
Oh yeah.
in cuisine, which I feel like, I mean, I get stuck in a rut with my spice cabinet.
Yeah.
And just to think that like, that's just doesn't even scratch the surface of what flavors there
Available.
are. Like I get this feeling, it's like, oh, that's just all there is. It's not true. It's just not true.
I do think whenever you're in the kitchen all the time and you've got that as just like one line item for things, for tasks, it's very challenging to try to force yourself out of the rut and onto new land, new territory, or thinking outside the box. I mean, for me, regularly thinking out of the box means like, oh, I'm adding paprika to a ton of stuff. And paprika and cumin, those two kind of like they make their way into my, more regular rotation. But typically it's what I call spog: salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, spog.
Yep. They can do anything. So I feel like I have to go out and find recipes in order
To
to
inspire you.
expand my horizons. Because if I'm just throwing, I throw most of the food that we eat together. Like I don't
Yeah.
use a recipe,
Yeah.
but and it's good food, and there's a some variety in there, clearly. But if I really want to, experience and experiment with other flavors, I have to go find somebody else's recipe and follow it. And, once I do that for a while, like follow a certain type of recipe for a while, then I can start, adding it into my rotation of stuff I
Repertoire.
just throw together.
Yeah.
But it really helps to go like either find a cookbook or, search through Pinterest for a while and just get new recipes, different flavors that are not just in your head that you
Sure.
do over and
Sure.
over again. And I need to do that. I've like had that in my mind that I wanted to do that for a while. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, I've just been so busy. I just but I want to. Like I feel like I'm in that box and I haven't been able to get myself out of it yet, but I want to. Okay, here we go.
Okay, she picked a different one. It's
Oh,
sashimi. And it's not sashimi because that's not it. Japanese spice blend containing 7 ingredients: chili pepper and sesame seeds, mildly hot taste with notes of citrus and pepper.
yeah.
I would probably enjoy that.
Yes.
Oh, she's got a follow up. Follow up. Commonly
Okay.
used in marinades, grilled meats, soups, noodle dishes, and fatty foods like unagi and tempura. Very cool. Thank you for the knowledge there, Risa.
Yep.
I like it. I
Yep.
like
We're all gonna have to go search that
trying
out.
some stuff out. I have some dried or orange peel, I think, either orange or lemon, and I think that would be delightful to add on top of my Jared approved chocolate that I have not made in a very long time. I think that would be quite festive for the winter season. Might have
That
to go do that.
Okay, I'll mention one more thing about the Equip Prime Protein. I saw that the Carnitarian, Linda Salant, she just put up on Instagram a recipe of tallow chocolate where she just took melted tallow, like we used to do with the coconut oil, and mixed in the Equip protein. I think that was all she did, maybe some salt or something, and then froze it into chocolate bars and having tallow chocolate. I was like, oh my gosh.
That's a phenomenal idea. Can
I
you
have
put
to try
her
that.
handle in there at all?
Yes.
That would be
She's
awesome.
on YouTube as well. She is
Okay.
getting going with her YouTube channel.
Very cool. Hey, Lynette's in the room. Hi, Lynette.
Yay, Lynette's here.
We love Lynette.
That's
Also, Progress in Transformation. Howdy, howdy.
from New York City. Okay.
And has anybody else shared a flavor that they love but use so often, or so rarely, I should say? The Carnitarian.
Yes.
Very cool. Very cool.
Oh,
I feel
and I'll give one more plug. My friend Natalie, she's here in the Portland area as well, and she was on the that carnivore documentary.
yeah,
Now I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, she does a lot of great recipes with the Equip protein as well.
very
Um,
cool.
she's been posting them. Everyone's posting them right now because the sale is going on. So this is a great time to search for the Equip recipes. Let me get her Instagram. I don't think she's here on YouTube.
Okay.
Where is she? There she is.
All right, we got tarragon. That I don't think I have in my cabinet or my drawer. I've got like one of those little like slidey drawers that's got all my stuff in it. Very nice. Have to try that on. Saffron. That's one that I always think about, but I've never tried. And it always makes me think of the Disney Pixar movie Ratatouille. Whenever Remy said, a little saffron would make this.
Yeah.
Love
Yes.
it. Love
I
it.
haven't gotten into saffron either. It's one of those hoity-toity spices. Like, you see it at the store, and it's like a tiny little jar with these little
For $20,000.
twigs in it. Yeah, exactly.
You're like, I don't think that's making budget this week.
Yeah, I'm not fancy enough for that. Yeah, I tend to gravitate towards, like, the cheap, let's take cheap food and make it actually really delicious.
Right.
The expensive ingredients, except for egg white powder, that's the only one I fell for.
Listen, it's one of those things, like, you have to make decisions, you have to make choices, and not everything can be top quality all the time.
Sure.
And so having the skill set of being able to turn more moderately priced or lower priced items into delightful food is a skill that's so valuable.
Yes.
So valuable.
Yeah. So I tend to, elevate the cheap foods, and the money that I save, I put back into, getting keto chow or prime
Right.
protein.
Yeah,
It's all
and
about balance.
that's right. That's right. Well, and that's the thing of it. Whenever you, I want to get to Jackie's comment in just a second, but whenever you go through and you say, well, I want to be able to have these kinds of products like in my life because there's a valuable place for them. You do have to make some
Oh, yeah.
sacrifices, or you have to make some different decisions. I don't want to say sacrificing because it's not really
All priority.
sacrifice to have beef in your diet or I mean, obviously your eggs cost $1 million since you have to feed all those chickens, but
And you still have to feed them when they go on egg strike too, which is
what?
what we're dealing with right now. They're
What?
not
That's
giving
not
us very
acceptable.
many eggs, and they still want to eat every day. Come on, guys.
That's not this agreement. No,
Anyway.
not at all. So Jackie said that her 17-year-old son, recently told her, "You could cook with actual spices like my friend's mom." It's a testament to something that he's still walking around breathing.
You're a good person. You're a good person.
Your heart is pure and in the right place, and you allowed your child to continue breathing. And he might not be able to say that once he turns 18, whenever he's responsible for the things he says.
Yeah, it's like in our house where, when my husband, cooks something like macaroni and cheese or something like that, and the kids are like, "Oh my gosh, you're such a good cook. Why doesn't dad cook more often?" I'm over here like slaving away,
I try so hard.
rendering tallow from beef fat
Yeah.
and
Oh, yeah.
grinding my own whatever. Yeah, and they're like, "This is so good." Come on,
No,
guys.
no, you're all evicted. And I hope you have a good time living with the goats because that's where you belong.
Yeah, you can eat their diet. Okay, Jackie also had a question about the Equip. Okay, is Equip really that much better than other protein powders? It's so expensive, and I already buy so many obscure, expensive ingredients.
I feel
Totally
that.
understand that. Okay, so it all, has to do with what's, a priority to you.
Mhm.
I know for a lot of people, they're trying to get away from dairy, so not doing the whey or, keto chow is the milk protein. So having it be a beef protein isolate, that could be, a big deal for some people.
Mhm.
I think it's really good quality. Now, I will say it does have, what's it say? Oh no, on the cocoa powder, it does not have natural flavors. Or on the cocoa chocolate flavor, it does not list natural flavors. It has grass-fed beef protein, cocoa powder, stevia extract. That's all the ingredients. On some of their other flavors, I think there's like natural vanilla flavor or, so it could have, some maltodextrin. I don't know. I haven't tested it. But not the chocolate one. I think that's probably why the chocolate one is so popular with a lot of carnivores. They're okay with a little bit of cocoa powder and stevia because there's not anything else. It has, I was going to say, per scoop, there's 4 ounces of, no, there's the protein worth of 4 ounces of beef. So if you think about, a 4-ounce
What
burger patty,
26 grams, 25 grams?
21 grams.
21 grams. Okay.
21 grams. So, for a protein powder, it is expensive. But when you're considering that it's grass-fed beef protein and you kind of price out how much would 4 ounces of grass-fed beef cost, it's not as bad. When you're just thinking of it as a chocolate dessert powder, yeah, it's expensive. So when I use it, I'm mixing it into like my bowl of yogurt and it turns that into a meal for me. So I'm not eating another protein with it typically. So that kind of justifies the price for me because, yeah, it is, grass-fed beef protein. But again, it's not necessary. It is purely for convenience and for fun. And I know a lot of carnivores who are on really strict meat diets, they use it because it just adds a different flavor and options. You can make the pancakes. I've tried the pancakes and I am not a fan of the Equip pancakes. A lot of people are. They were not for me. But there are, lots of other, like mixing it with the cottage cheese, like that would still be carnivore friendly. Mixing it with cream cheese. There was one recipe I did where it was you mix it with butter and you make like a fudge with it. So it just opens up a lot of options, but still keeping it really, really clean and simple as far as the ingredients go. If you are at a place where you need to stay really, really strict like that, can help you not go crazy. Just
Sure.
all meat all the time. So, but then that's not everyone. Clearly, that's not everyone. And so it would have to be on a case by case basis. And so right now, like when there are the really good sales at Black Friday, it's a good time to just try it to see if it's really worth it for you because it might not be. But when you can get a really good deal, right now they're not even doing like a buy more, save more. You can just order one and you can get the 20% off. And if you do the subscription, you get the 35% off. And don't forget, you can cancel that subscription anytime you want, including right after you get your first order. So you can get that 35% off, try it. If it's not, something you want to stick with, then, it's a lot better deal that way. But yeah, I do love it. I think the flavor is fantastic. Super clean, super high quality. There you go.
I do think that there are a ton of products on the market where it's one of those things like so many different companies do very similar things, even if they're not identical things. So if you're not in a place where you're ready to like jump into something that someone recommends, it's totally fine. I know I have not yet tried the Equip protein. It's just one of those things where it's like that has not been a high priority for me at this point in the game. But I have pork rind pellets because for me making pork rind pellets was definitely on the list. So and if you've got something that you already love, sticking with it. And it's great that there are so many companies that are out there trying to make a difference when it comes to the quality of the food that we have access to, while also making it more convenient. Like you said, convenience does matter. And so yeah, I think it's cool that there's so many options out there.
Yeah, and I do think that the Equip protein powder is different than whey protein powder. Like I use the Marigold whey, and I mix it into my yogurt, and it gives a different texture. Like it works really differently. It works differently in recipes. It's just and it's different from the keto chow core even, because they have different things that are added in there, and I wouldn't say that, oh, they're all just equally the same. They're all different.
Sure.
You just need to kind of figure out what's the priority for you, what's helpful. But yeah, they are all different. So I'm sure there are some recipes where they could be switched out and have no issue, but I wouldn't say for sure on all recipes because they do just act different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had some people comment on their different flavors that they don't use often, but they love.
Jackie says that the saffron tastes medicinal a little bit.
Oh, I mean,
See that?
I still kind of want to taste it.
I mean, because the rich fancy people say it's good, so it's got to be good.
I mean, I feel like it's kind of an assumption that we're assuming they're rich. They could have
Well,
sacrificed their
because I'm just
firstborn
saying
for
because
that
it's
saffron.
so expensive.
They could
You
have sacrificed that firstborn child for that saffron. We don't know.
That's true. Then I definitely would want to listen to their opinions.
It was so good. I gave up my firstborn. Tastes just like medicine.
Okay, Crystal says peppermint.
I
I
love
used to put it in
peppermint.
lemonade when I was younger. I should do that in the summer. Yeah. Um,
I do love peppermint.
yeah. Redmond Relight came out with a limited edition flavor of mojito.
Back in
Uh,
the summertime.
yeah, and I think it might still be available.
Ooh,
Last I heard, but it is like a citrusy flavor, but then it has the mint also in there. It's really good. You could
sounds
totally do
very
that with any, citrus electrolytes. Just add a little bit of mint in there. It's just different. I wouldn't want to have it every day, but like the occasional, like just to shake things up a little bit, it's really fun. Ooh, fresh dill. I love fresh
do
dill.
love dill.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fresh dill and
good
lemon.
one.
So
I've got a basil plant that I've been sort of helping to stay alive, hopefully. That
good.
just like having fresh basil, that's not something that I add to a
Yes.
ton of stuff, but whenever I add it, I'm like, oh, this smells amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, because it doesn't
Just like
last
that
long.
too. Did you appreciate that?
Yeah, I did. Well,
I
I
mined it
could
out.
feel it, like I was there doing it myself. It doesn't last long.
It
You have to have it fresh, and basil just doesn't taste the same dried.
No, it's just like green flakes that are in your food whenever
Yeah,
you get dried basil. It's nice.
yeah. And well, I feel like it's similar with a lot of fresh herbs. Like, I think fresh herbs in general would be one of those things where it's like, I should use them more often. They're just
For
not
sure.
quite as accessible, but,
I
it
think
can
that's a
still be
Christmas gift idea. Last year we had a coffee chat episode where we talked about different gift ideas. I think gifting someone like an herb situation, an herb garden for their kitchen would be a phenomenal idea.
That would be a fun, like, white elephant gift, like a gift exchange. Not a white
Yeah,
elephant, doing silly stuff there often,
sure.
but like
Like a gift exchange where
yeah.
it's yeah, like you draw for getting to do it.
Yeah, I showed in some videos recently my, sprouting setup, uh,
Yeah.
like alfalfa sprouts and stuff, and that whole like, the first, actually, the first way I got into it was a gift exchange at a homeschool mom co-op, and she gave me actually a gift card. And she was like, "You're a homesteader. You're into this kind of
You
thing." And
must do this.
it was such a like, it was so thoughtful, and it was
Yeah,
yeah, it took me a long time to actually do it, but once I did, I was like, "Oh, that's so sweet." Yeah.
for sure.
Um, oh, Chris says, "I did just order some Equip strawberry flavor. I'm going to test it for maltodextrin. I'm hoping it doesn't have any. I'm still sad about True Lemon." Oh, I didn't hear about the True Lemon.
I haven't heard about it either. Did he
Is that
text
the one
about
that
it?
just says crystallized lemon on the ingredients, or does it say natural flavors? Because yeah, who knows? Um, yeah, I strawberry must be one of the ones that does say natural, like natural strawberry flavor on the ingredients or something like that.
Yeah.
Which, as I've said, I'm not personally for myself worried about it. I will still consume the, Equip protein. That it doesn't bother me at all. But I do like that the information is out for those people that,
Yeah.
you know, are needing to be a lot more strict about that kind of thing. Um,
Indeed.
yes. Okay. But I'm interested to hear, Chris, what
The res-
results. Yeah. Um, Equip peanut butter, iced coffee, and salted caramel are delicious. I
sounds
agree.
a little Snickers-esque.
Oh yeah. Could add them all together. Actually, the peanut butter and salted caramel together are good.
Are they?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. They're all good. I mean, the chocolate is still my
King.
number one. Like, that's the one I use way more than any of the other ones. Progress and Transformation says, I decorate to some extent for all seasons and holidays. Life is hard and short. Celebrate at every opportunity. That's a good attitude.
I like it.
Thanksgiving gets all of November, no Christmas music or just decor until December 1st. Yeah, I appreciate the wait. Like there's something about waiting for a special thing. I just wish there was some good Thanksgiving music.
I'll be no, that's there. I'll be home for the holidays is one that could be construed as a Thanksgiving.
There you go. And there's just not,
Sure.
there's just not a lot
How
of great.
about any of the music in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles? All of that could be considered Thanksgiving music.
There you go. No, I need a solid 2 months to listen to the good Christmas music. Just the good Christmas music.
The Boys and Mariah Carey
here. Chris says, what's up? Lynette says, yo to the keto road. Oh yeah. Insert early 2000s commercials.
Jonathan Shane, do you know that is not the place where it originated, right? It originated.
Uh-oh.
Not the commercials.
Where did it originate?
From the movie Scream.
Oh, okay.
All right, it's not the movie Scream. That's not right. It's the play on Scream. What was the one movie that was making fun of all of the Halloween movies? I can't remember it now.
I don't watch any of those kind of things.
Nope. I mean, the most Halloween-y I get is Spookly the Square Pumpkin from Disney Junior.
Spookly.
He's a square pumpkin. He's a perfect cube. It's like perfect for stacking. I like it. It's geometric sound.
Jackie says, my favorite all-purpose add to nearly everything spice is Trader Joe's umami. I used to use it to make, I can't speak. My brain is shutting down. I use it to make Marie Emmerich's creamy steak sauce, which I have to stop myself from eating with a spoon. Oh man. Okay. The umami from Trader Joe's, is that the mushroom one? I seem to remember that one has a umami in the name, but I can't remember. So if it's not, I need to try it because I have tried the mushroom one.
I am 93% positive the last time I set foot in a Trader Joe's, my youngest was Molly, my middle now, and we were living in the Utahs. So
that was
that was a long
so you don't have Trader Joe's up there where you're at?
I think we do. I'm just like you have to drive into the city in order to go to it, and it's one of those things where I'm like, I don't know that it's necessary for my heart to go and investigate things that I don't like buy all the time. I don't know. I'm happy to leave it there for everybody else who loves it to have the opportunity to enjoy it. It's more of a project.
We haven't even been going once a month these days. It's more like every 6 weeks to 2 months, just to stock up on a few things.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm sure
new spice options. They have some fun spices.
If I had those certain things that were pantry staples, I'm sure I would. But I like the whole rut thing. Like you just get into your groove and you just plow on.
Yes. Okay. My house is extra spectacular with my 4th of July doormat. Excellent. My pumpkins on the porch and my Christmas lights on the house. Yeah, just leave it like that all year long.
It sounds fantastic. It actually sounds to me like the Here Comes Peter Cottontail movie, the claymation version, whenever he goes through all of the different seasons and holidays, trying to get back to Easter.
Oh, that's funny. I don't know that I've seen that one. I don't see
90% of my movie references are going to be claymation, animation, or Disney, unfortunately.
Okay, good to know. Over the river and through the woods. We can listen to that all of November.
Solid.
Okay, yes, both black and white mushroom. And then low carb spin, yes, the mushroom. Okay, yeah, that one is very good. Oh, porcini mushrooms and button mushroom powder in the umami. Yes,
Hmm.
it's good stuff. I recently, and I'm grabbing a tissue. I recently went through my spices and just took like, I don't know, 5 or 7 things that I don't use very often but should use more and set them next to my stove.
Smart.
That helped. And I think I'm gonna do that from now on, is just like, because they'll sit there. They'll just sit there for like 3 years until I finally they clump up or, whatever, and I finally throw them away, and I'm like, "This is stupid. Why are we doing this?" And
Yeah,
so it has helped. It has helped.
that's a really great idea. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, if anyone has any more questions, let us know. I will probably go take a nap after this.
Oh, that last one, Chris, just popped up there.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, so the true lemon turned the iodine purple, which is an indication that it has maltodextrin and or some kind of a starch. So the test tests for some kind of a starch, including maltodextrin. So I'm curious, is that the one that just says crystallized lemon and doesn't actually say natural flavor on it?
I'm
Because
gonna
that
pull it
would
up.
be interesting. Because I remember looking at those a while back and like, oh yeah, only just crystallized lemon. That's cool. But does crystallized lemon include maltodextrin in the process of crystallizing? Oh dear. Chris Bear. So disappointing.
That dad joke falls flat.
uh,
Crystallized. I can't find the lemon one. Crystallized lime.
oh, okay.
I see one. Have you tried True Lime? That one I'm
Years
assuming
ago.
would be, I'm gonna assume that'll behave similarly to True Limon. True Limon. We're looking, and it does say crystallized limon.
And that's
Why is
it?
that fuzzy? Ingredients: crystallized lemon, citric acid, lemon or limon juice, non-GMO, no artificial preservatives, gluten-free.
So it doesn't even say natural flavors.
It does not.
Interesting. Yeah, I feel like if you are at a place where you have to 100%
Cut it out.
stay away from anything like maltodextrin, you need to just eat single ingredient foods.
Ah, lemon oil. It was like super fuzzy on the picture, and Chris corrected me. Thank you, Chris.
It's, all of these products are not necessary.
True.
You can eat such a healthy diet with just whole foods. And so,
Also true.
it's like, I get it. When you have health issues that you are dealing with that are so severe that you have to be in control of every single thing that passes your lips, like do that. And you can do that by eating single ingredient foods and staying away from all packaged foods, which, there's a lot of benefits to that.
Yeah.
There are drawbacks. You have less variety and less fun foods, but they're not necessary.
Sure.
They're just
They
not
are.
necessary. And, things like it's easier to get your protein in, having a protein powder, but you can still get your protein in by eating chicken and beef and bacon. It's like, it's not impossible. So if that's where you're at, that's where you're at. But yeah,
I agree with
you just
it.
have to stay away from anything packaged. Bland cooking doesn't work for keto. Chicken doesn't work with no spices. It doesn't taste great. I mean,
It's
but
boring.
really, and there are some people who are, in such a place where they have to not even do spices. And
That is
it's
challenging.
possible. It is possible,
I
but
feel like at that point you better be browning up some butter to add some flavor to that stuff.
there you go. Yeah. Yeah, you do need some Fat is a really
Something.
good spice. That's what Jeff likes to say. He says bacon is his favorite spice.
I mean, I sit in Camp Jeff on that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
100%.
like, I'll make, jalapeno poppers, and there are all
Mm.
kinds of recipes out there for jalapeno poppers that have all kinds of things added, and I'm like, "You have a jalapeno, you have cream cheese, you have bacon, like, you don't even need, like, shredded cheese, y those 3 things together, perfect.
You're solid. That's all you need.
Why
I
why
also
add to it?"
Yeah, I'll go through and I'll just cut the brick of cream cheese into little sections that are like the proper well size. That way I can
Yeah.
just kind of just like stick it in and it's done. I don't even have to pipe it in. I don't have to spoon it in. I don't have to do anything with any level of complexity.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Then
I
you
don't
take those spices that you saved and you put it on your chicken.
or you save that shreddy cheese and you put that on top of your chicken.
Yeah. Yeah, chicken often needs some help.
Well, and the beauty of chicken is that it is a blank canvas that is
Yes.
high protein. So there's a lot of value there. It
Yes.
just doesn't have tremendous flavor value all on its own.
Right. And, similar thing could be said for beef. Beef, I mean, there are good tasting things about beef, but it's better with spices. I mean,
1000%.
you know, a thing doesn't have to just stand on its own to be of value. It's okay to need others to lean on to make you better.
Lean on me.
Exactly. We are better together.
You just might have a problem that salt understands.
See? Singing the song again.
I told my girls this morning I broke out into spontaneous song like I do. And I
Mhm.
was like, did you know, girls, that it's a sign of tremendous intelligence to be able to just spontaneously come up with new lyrics to a tune that's already beloved and familiar? And they were like, really? I was like, no. But also, yes.
But it should be.
That is the only skill I possess with any amount of success.
Low carb spin says, good thing the lemon and lime are so powerful. You only have to use a sprinkle. I totally agree. And don't forget, you could just go buy a lemon or a lime.
And then you roll it, and then
And
you
then
step it, and then squeeze it.
you can imagine it probably has no maltodextrin in it. There is the whole controversy about like what's on the outside of the peel
Sure.
days, but
Sure.
hopefully the juice inside is still just lemon or lime juice. And you can totally do that. And that was another one that I had in my mind when we were talking about things we don't use often enough. Fresh lemon, fresh lime.
I agree.
It
I
just
totally agree.
elevates things. And
It does.
you just have to have it. That's the thing. They don't last, it doesn't last forever. So you just have to
Right.
continually have it, which is the hard.
But so like I think that in this day and age, my brain thinks if I have a bottle of Worcestershire sauce in the fridge or a bottle of coconut aminos or whatever I've got, like that's always in there. I don't have to think about it. I can just pull it out and use a tablespoon or a dash or what have you. But when it comes to fresh citrus, I can't just buy it and just say, okay, in perpetuity until I use it up, I have it. No,
No,
it
no,
does
it
not
has
work
to be
that
for
way.
a specific purpose.
Right.
And so it will get used. That's
Yeah.
the beauty of the true lemon and true lime. It's the convenience of something that just doesn't go bad. But
Right.
that comes with drawbacks that you have to be aware of.
Must use.
All right. Well, we should go ahead and hop off of here because my face is still not working.
We appreciate you participating today, Neely. You did so good. We give
I'm
you this
telling
thumbs
you.
up with the fireworks and everything. You did it. You made it through, even
Yay!
though you almost were dead. It's
Yay!
fine. Make it through.
I think you guys kept me alive for this last hour, so I appreciate that.
Excellent.
But we will be back next week, same time, same